Welcome back. In today's video lesson, we are going to learn about missing values. For the questionnaire data entries, you must know what is missing value and a few other things about missing values. Because most of the people get confused with missing values, then end up with errors in their data analysis and their output. So this is a must that you should know before you enter your questionnaire data entries. So first of all, let's move into the lesson. So missing value. First of all, you need to know what is missing value, and there are different types of missing values. And if there's a missing value, how you are gonna enter that into a SPSS data sheet. So these are the three main things that we are about to discuss in this video. So from the beginning, I would like to tell about what is missing value, right? So let's see what is missing value. So this is a questionnaire that I was downloaded from Google, and let's assume this is a research survey questionnaire that someone has filled, and all the time there are some questionnaires left not answered, that means left blank. For example, in this video you can see this particular subject has answered for the first question and did not answer for the second question, so he left it blank. Maybe intentional, maybe unintentional, maybe mistaken, or whatever it is. And once again he answered the third question. So for the first question is his gender. He marked this one as male. In the second question, he didn't mark. So when you are entering questionnaire data, all the time you are encountering such problems like this, because not all the people that are participating in surveys answering all the questions. So that is the place the trouble starts. So this is missing. So this kind of missing data is called missing values, right? So let's discuss why missing values are important. Why is that important? Because missing values counts. So whenever you enter any data in SPSS, during your analysis, that software counts each and every data you entered and you left. Sometimes if you left a box blank, means your software will not understand that. It will count that as a number or whatever as programmed. So before that, you need to tell your software that this data is missing. So when you are calculating, it won't count. So this is why missing values are more important. Like, let's say you have 4 data. That means 2, 3, again 2 and 1. So in these 4 values, you see 2, 3, 2, 1 means total of 8. Then your mean becomes 2. If the same questionnaire that somebody didn't answer, so this become missing value, right? So in that instant, right, in the same data you see the total is 1, 5, and then 7 divided by 4 means, see, it's not 2. So always there is difference. So in order to avoid these situations, you need to tell that here something is missing, right? So I think you are clear about this missing value. So let's see what are the missing values, types of missing values, right? So So there are three types of missing values. The first one is missing from questionnaire. That means any participant that failed to answer or he intentionally missed, these kind of things are missing from questionnaire. Second one, user missing. User missing means the person who enters the data into the software or the PC missed some data to enter. Maybe it's invisible, or maybe he was not aware of that, or he just missed by mistakes, like these things. And system missings means when you are converting or recording any data into another data. That means like in my first video I have mentioned how to record a variable into a new variable. So in such situations, sometimes during the errors, that may be counted as missing values. So these are the possibilities, three possibilities of missing values in a SPSS dataset. So missing from questionnaire is the most important one. User missing, that's all the time. The person who's entering data need to be very clear and aware and need to be very sure about the data he's entering. So this can be avoided. This can be avoided by carefully handling the data. And systems missing also can be handled by you are using the right protocol, right technique, and right method to transfer data, to analyze, to consolidate your data. So now we are going to deal about missing from questionnaire, so that you cannot do anything with this data missing from questionnaire. Somehow you need to enter that data. You cannot leave that place blank. At the same time, you can't leave it blank in the SPSS data sheet as well. Person's not answered, but still you cannot leave that blank, because at the end it's going to count. So for that, you are going to tell your software that this particular data is missing. So whenever that software consolidates or counts or calculates your data, it will understand this is a missing data, so it will ignore that particular data. So this is simple, very simple. So let's see how we are going to enter the data into SPSS. Here is my previous data sheet. Don't get panicked. This is the same sheet that I used in the previous video. The thing that I have changed is just I copied my data and pasted. So when you closely observe this one, you see same thing occurring here again. So it's repeating. Just for the data, I just copy and paste. And here in the previous video, I have filled this one particular subject's data, and later I filled up this one because I don't think it make any sense if I use a lot of time to fill this one, right? So let's see how we are going to deal with missing value. So let's assume this person and this person intentionally or unintentionally, or he didn't fill up his questionnaire right. So you have a blank here and here. So these data are missing from your questionnaire. So whenever you are analyzing, this need to be entered in. Somehow you need to tell your software this is missing. For that, in this variable, you need to modulate your variable to count these data as missing. So now here you didn't enter anything. So let's go and see what we can do. Let's move into variable view. In the age variable, you see here one column called missing. So let's click on that, and you see in this dialog box there is missing values and no missing values, discrete missing values, and range +1 optional discrete missing values. This is the dialog box which is going to be show up when you click there, right? And no missing values, that's not possible at all. all the time there are some missing values in a questionnaire. So if you are having a data set without a missing value in a survey, means you are lying. So you need to be very careful about that. So for that, I'm going to select this one, discrete missing value, and I'm going to click here. So what I'm going to do is, in a data set there are, let's say, in my data I enter different numbers, right? So in the age there are possible 0 to 100 and in between numbers. For markings and things there are range of number is possible. So there is not possible any number something like that 999 for example, right? Or maybe 1000. So that is not a possible data in my data set. So I am telling my PC, if I am giving 999 at any place, count that as a missing value. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm giving 999, that means 999 as a value. When I am typing this in a data, in my data, that means in this particular variable data, my PC, my software is going to count that as a missing value, right? So that's what I'm going to do here. So let's click OK. So you must enter at least one discrete value. Sorry, here you need to move this one here, right? Okay, so here you see 999 is missing. So I'm going to type here. So this is, I left this one blank, and I'm going to type there, this data is missing 999. Here also I'm going to type 999. So these two data are now counted as missing. So whenever you are going for your statistics, this recognizes, and because for example, if you are going with chi-square, there is a dialog box, okay, and in below there are some conditions that you need to fulfill. For that, you need to make sure that you don't have any blanks in your data set. For that, if any data is missing, you need to enter in a way that PC can recognize, that software can recognize. Otherwise, you will end up with errors in your data set. So this is how you enter your missing values. Let's see how my PC recognizes these two values, right? So this step is new for you, but still I'm just showing that see, missing value. There are two missing values, right? So missing is 999, frequency 2, and it's percent, but this data is ignored, right? This missing value is not counted into your data set, right? So that's a good practice to, or in always that you are mentioning missing values in your data set, because whenever your supervisors or someone, that rightful person asking your data set, he need to be look at your data set and he need to realize whether your recordings are perfect, and there is nothing to, especially when you are publishing your research, that is more important, right? So this is all about missing values. So you can apply same thing anywhere here. For example, if someone, okay, this 2%, right, didn't mention. So here you see in the gender category, I'm going to copy this one and I'm going to paste. This number is not possible in my data set anywhere, so I can apply that number to all as well. So here I'm going to type as missing values. So these data are missing values. So whenever you're going for statistics, it won't count, right? And that's all for the video. And please make sure that you are clear about this. And if you are not clear, please comment. If you are clear, comment as well, because then only I can understand whether you got this or not. And it's easy for me to go further, a little further, and make it little complicated, and it will help you to develop your skills as well. And thank you.